as you come down the hallway from the front door, I have, of course, more artwork here. I love artwork, and artwork on each floor is important for me. This is something my mom gave me. Then I have another candle holder here, super cute. And then it heads down to my basement. So I'm gonna head on down and let you guys see what all is down here. So this is my Christina wall. So this wall is just a collection of a lot of stuff that has been gifted to me or I found over the years. And I painted it the same color as the bathrooms, Starless Night, and just found all these little quotes. I had some gifts like this one. My cousin gave it to me, sarcasm now served all day. She knows me very well. These are things I've collected. Again, made a Christina wall out of it. My mom actually gave me this one, and it had, you know, the C and then live simply and laugh often. That's pretty much who I am. And so I made that the focal point because it's important. My mom got it for me. It was the only thing on this wall for a very long time. And then I just decided, let's just put a bunch of stuff around it that's important to me. So that's what that is. The Wall of Christina. Here, off the, down the stairwell and off the main hallway of the basement, I have my office room. In here, I have a lot of random stuff. You can definitely see this is where I get a little funky with creating stuff. So these are all the sketches I've done in the past, sort of color boards and mood boards from when I used to do designs and stuff like that. I also have just a variety of books. There's a lot of containers, and each one of these containers is pretty much art stuff. Like there's paint, random things that I just have, beads, a whole bunch of stuff. Boots crate, which is there. I have my laundry room down here. The only thing I don't like about this house is that the laundry room is in the basement because that's a long walk from all the way upstairs when you have a ton of stuff. Over here I have my desk. This is where I do a lot of creating. I'll bring my laptop down here sometimes. I have a blanket down here too because it gets really cold down here. I have this pretty candelabra that I got from some antique store, and then I added these black and gold candles from Hobby Lobby just to add a little bit more interest into it. A bin of random things. You see a passport, just random as hell. And then up here, I found this sign, Do What You Love, from Hobby Lobby. And I just decided to go ahead and take that sign, and then what I love to do is create. So I made this little sign just off the whim. Nothing real special. You can see it's kind of janky, but it serves the purpose. And then I'll hold all my markers there, and then just other sketches that I just saved to sort of draw over. So this is the room I like to create in. Paintbrushes, markers, whole bunch of randomness. I'll get a better angle over here so you can see the wall. This room before was a tan color. I painted it with Bear paint, the color Moonshine, I believe. Yeah, Moonshine is the color gray. And when I purchased this home, it actually was, this room was the man cave, I guess, for the husband of the owners. He had this room be like this is my manly room. So, of course, I converted it into my little creative room. Down the hallway, I have more artwork, just stuff that I've made. I made this one pretty much myself. That one was a paint and sip from Whitney Austin, who's in Charlotte, North Carolina. She's amazing. So that was a lot of fun to make. This is another piece of artwork from Whitney Austin. Also in the hallway, I'm fortunate enough to also have a bathroom down here. So as I work, I don't have to go upstairs to use the bathroom. I can use the bathroom that's down here. That's a really good thing because I'm down here a lot. So I also have a shower down here. So if I have guests and they just want to take a shower, then they can take a shower wherever they please. So I got some upstairs and some in here. I painted this bathroom the same navy blue Starless Night. I did a lot of changes in here that I'll talk you through and just let you see the overall bathroom. This door here leads to what I call my garage room. There's a lot of random stuff in there, like paint and like hammers and drills and stuff like that. It's just a lot of randomness. Up here, get it to focus good. There we go. Up here I have these floating frames, and they actually have vintage trims in them. So this is actually trim cards that I found from a vintage store here in Greensboro, North Carolina, and went ahead and cut them up and put them into these floating frames to add something just a little interesting. You can see fabric back then. This is from like the 70s. Fabric from back then was really cheap, like $135 a yard. Yeah, something like that would not cost, it would be a lot more than that right now. And then here I have my elephant. I love elephants. That's my thing. So my sister got me this like color in yourself frame, and I colored it in myself and made it. I pretty much just did it on a whim, and it just so happened to match the bathroom, so that's where I ended up. I changed the mirror in here. There was just a very generic mirror that came with the vanity, and I don't like generic things, so I changed it to this hanging leather strap round mirror. Went ahead and added a plant because, again, I love plants. There has to be a plant of some sort in every room. So I added a plant down here with these artificial hanging string of beads succulents. I think that's the name of that plant, but I didn't want the real thing down here, so I have the fake thing. And then over here above the toilet, I have more frames that have the vintage cards in them. So, because this is, again, where I create random things. Clothing is something I used to be very passionate about. Still am. I just don't want to make it anymore. But just to capture, like, hey, look, this is where I make my dresses, and you can see the vintage things down here too. So yeah, that's my bathroom. And then off of the bathroom is my back room where I have the biggest like work room. So there's more artwork that continues down the hallway. I have some spray paint artwork from a friend. And then a canvas here that I am going to add something to. Right now it's just a placeholder to make sure I liked where it was. I painted this with concrete paint. And then I'm going to add something on top of it. What I'm going to add, I'm making it move now. Whoops. What I'm going to add to, I'm not exactly sure yet, but I'm sure it'll be something fabulous. So this is my main work room. It's pretty big down here. I'm very satisfied with the amount of space I got. Before, in my previous home, I lived in a 1-bedroom, 1-bath apartment, and I turned my living room into my workspace, and I had like no living room, like TV, anything like that. So to have this space makes me so happy, because I sacrificed for quite a few years to make sure that I could have my own space with all my stuff. So down here I have my sewing machines. These tables are from IKEA. They were just, basic, build your own sort of table. And I don't like spending a lot of money on sewing tables because I do want to get the industrial, like the big boy. So I wasn't going to invest a lot of money on a sewing table just yet. I have my storage cabinets here also from IKEA. Then of course a little pop of artwork here. These chairs come from like some store. There was like a liquidation sale somewhere, and I grabbed those for like $40 a piece. And they just so happen to match down here as well. Rolling cart, of course, I have to have something for all my threads. I have my 2 mannequins that I have not put any sort of designs on lately. These are all things from last year, and I just left it on there because I don't want them to be down here with nothing on. This is a Halloween costume from last year. I was Okoye from Black Panther. That was a lot of fun. And then over here, I have my really big work table. with all the crap underneath, as you can see, but it makes for really good storage. And yeah, you need storage when you're creating stuff. This table, this work table, is a bunch of IKEA side tables that were put together, and they're drilled into each other, so they're actually like, it's very sturdy. And I pretty much have things under the tables, so sort of hold them all together, make it really tight. But these are just a bunch of side tables from IKEA that have been nailed together and topped off with a cutting mat. Super cheap, super durable, makes it really easy to transport this thing. One thing I do not like about having a work table, like if you get like the really big sturdy ones, like the commercial grade, it's really hard to move those things. Like if you move to another place, you have to take the whole table apart. It's just a lot, and it's not durable for me. So this is more portable, and I can take it where I need to take it if I need to. Up here I have my strategy boards. I'm always thinking and planning of something, so I had wanted to have 2 whiteboards just to jot down my ideas. Over here, I don't like naked walls again, so this wall had to be covered with something. And I used to work at Lane Bryant when I was in college, and then I worked there part-time for quite a few years as I was working full-time also. So I had 2 jobs for a number of years. Thank God that era of my life is over for now. Now I'm on to full-time and then have my own side hustle. Kind of the same thing, but this is a lot more enjoyable. So from Lane Bryant, they had this as a window display, and they were going to throw it away, and I decided just to take it. And I was like, this is going to look really good on that wall in my basement. So here it is. It's super, super cute. I added on each one, there's like randomly a few odd ones in here. So I just went ahead with some extra fabric that I had, and I added these cute little dresses that I created on a whim. And they're mostly just taped together. So it's not even, I mean, it's super cute, but it's just there just to add a little pop of interest for what this room primarily is used for, which is sewing. Down here I have a fireplace. This is a gas log burning fireplace, and I'm actually afraid to light it. I have not lit it the entire time I've lived here. Like, I'm just scared. I don't know why, I just am. I gotta get the chimney cleaned, and I'm just not doing it. Forget it. It's for the look. This fireplace used to be a wood, I mean, not wood, Jesus Christ. This fireplace used to be just your generic red brick, and I went ahead and whitewashed it because it needed a little update. It just needed something, and I just decided to take some chalk paint, of course Martha Stewart chalk paint, and whitewashed it. And I'll hope to show you how to do that one day. It's really easy. It just gets a little messy, but it's super, super easy. I also painted the mantle just white with chalk paint also, because I wanted it to still have a sort of rustic, like authentic feel to it. So chalk paint is what I chose to use here. So yeah, you can still see the wood grains and everything. I was afraid if I used regular paint it would take away the wood feature, so I used chalk paint instead. I have a plant down here. It's struggling to stay alive. I'm still working on her. Hopefully she'll make it, but we'll see. I also have down here curtain rods from IKEA, and then my really long curtains that I made myself. They're actually way too long, so I tied them on the side, but I think they're really cute. So that's my sewing room, work room. And then it leads outside where I have a lot of plants. I'm just gonna go out here and show you just a few things that I love. And the air conditioner is on right now, so ignore the noises. But I have a lot of plants out here. So this is where you really, my grill here, you get to see a lot more plants. I have my wall of plants. Ugh. Me and my dad did this, and I love it. I want to add some more in between these spaces, but I have to talk them into it. I have my fire pit out here, more plants, a big old tree. And then I have more plants over here. And then my chandelier planter. I have 2 of them. Yeah, they're really pretty. There will be a tutorial on how to make these chandelier planters soon. It's really easy, and you can see how it turns out super cute. And then I have more plants over here. So yeah, you see all those things. I also have more plants here in between my air conditioner units or HVAC systems. And more plants here as well. So yeah, this is like one of my favorite, what I call additional rooms of the house. Just sit out here and enjoy the day. It's pretty awesome. It's our basement. There's Boots hurrying up the stairs ahead of me. So yeah, that's our basement floor where we create.